Yes, so I am here supporting Aidan on his new series, of course, on his channel. And he has sent me some questions that I need to ask. So what are my 4 favourite movies that are either on my Letterboxd for or for others? So my 4, I'm just going to choose my Letterboxd 4. I was thinking about this, but they are the 4, to be honest. So, the first movie that is on my Letterboxd 4 is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. This is not a film that I own, like, physically in terms of an Amaray case. I've got it in a big old Star Wars saga thing. So, yes, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith is my favourite film ever, to be honest. And I think it's not so much the film is not it's not a greatly made film in terms of that. It's the nostalgia behind this film. I remember going to the cinema to see the film. I remember walking out of there. I remember my dad made us watch Star Wars in a way that we didn't know that Anakin was Darth Vader. So I remember just getting out of there thinking I need to watch the original trilogy now, because I'd never seen the original trilogy until then. So I'd kind of watched them in order of 1, 2, 3. And then obviously knew who Darth Vader was. But yeah, it just holds a lot of memories for me. And then as a kid growing up, having like the lightsabers and stuff, just a massive nostalgia fest really of it. The other 3 though I do have here, and the first one being Wolf of Wall Street. One of my favourite films ever, especially biopic movies. And of course for Leo, the absolute unjust that he didn't win Best Actor for this one. Of course, the year that Matthew McConaughey was really good, I guess, for Dallas Buyers Club, I suppose. But as I say, massive controversy there. But this film was great. Not just Leo, but of course Margot Robbie as well was fantastic. And it's a film that, you know, is like, well, 3 hours long or so, but it does not feel like 3 hours to me. It very much feels like a very quick film. And, you know, you meet a lot of people, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff in Wolf of Wall Street that you can say in pop culture now and all of that. So it's got good moments in it. Jonah Hill as well, fantastic performance from him, of course. And yeah, and then I've got this nice Arrow set then to just complement it on my shelf and whatnot. So yeah, one of my top films and the second film on my top 4 of Letterboxd. This one is one that I added very recently, literally in the last 2 months, and it's up there with one of my favourite films now, 100%. I watched it on the channel. I did a video actually on it, first time watch, and this is Shawshank Redemption. Never saw this until about 6 weeks ago, and however, it's still, even now, leaves such an imprint on me of the film and the moments in there, and again, the building of the story and everything. You know, a film that is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, has a fantastic, you know, story to it, and just very simple, doesn't rely on anything too much, just, you know, executes something really, really good. It's a story of 2 people that get on and just, you know, just go through this journey together. And as a viewer, you just go through it on this journey as well. But very thankful that I've managed to watch this now, and it's a staple in my collection, and of course now in my top 4 Letterboxd movies. And the final one is one that did move into my top 4 after reviewing it on the channel. Loved the movie. It won many Oscars, I think, for this film. I think especially, I think it won Best Actress. This is Poor Things. Fantastic film, and one I definitely had to get in my collection. Shame that I've got this Blu-ray version here though, because you know, it's 4K on Disney Plus, and never had a 4K release anywhere in the world, not on any boutique labels or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just this version, unfortunately. But Emma is brilliant in this film, Emma Stone, of course, as well as Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe, and directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Yeah, really, really good. I loved it when I saw it in the cinema. I thought it was like really creative, really artistic, and not to mention the score as well was phenomenal. I often do listen to the score on my Apple Music. So yeah, I probably need to rewatch this. I've seen it twice, once in the cinema, and then once I rewatched it when it came out on Disney Plus. But I need to watch this again, I think, because it's been a while, and it's still probably going to be up there. I often think about the score, as I say, and I listen to it. So yeah, Poor Things is another one of my my top movies. Okay, so the next question that Aidan has asked me is, what are 4 of your favourites from your physical media collection? Now, I've recently done a video on this in terms of my top 5 steelbooks that have stories and stuff behind them. But I have got 4 items here that, you know, weren't, well, 2 of them weren't in that video, the other 2 were. So, yeah. The first one being Zack Snyder's Justice League Steelbook. This was the first Steelbook unboxing I did on the channel that took off, really, and had a lot of subscribers from this. So it's got a bit of a special place in my heart. And the time that this film came out, of course, was great. I loved this film, and you know, so the film being good, the story behind the unboxing, obviously on the channel, and all of that is one of the reasons there. And plus, the design is pretty sick. I really like the design of, like, you know, the heroes' different like weapons and hands, and just part of them, not actually seeing them. It's like, it leaves a bit of mystery to what's going on down below, kind of thing. But yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League, for me, this steelbook holds a lot of memories from that point of view. Another thing that holds a lot of memories, and this is another one, this is probably the first big purchase I made after doing YouTube and starting the channel, and this is the Game of Thrones set. So yeah, quite a rare set now, and I decided to pick this up after obviously watching the whole series. And yeah, I just love the set. It's being able to own like a series that is, you know, dear to your heart, of course, minus season 8. Although, all jokes aside, I actually didn't mind season 8, to be honest. But yeah, you know, I did an unboxing of this as well. So it was the first one where I was like, you know what, if I'm going to be doing YouTube and getting big sets, I suppose, this would be one that definitely would fall into that criteria for me. Because yeah, I've yet to rewatch this. I've got to be honest. I've bought this but not watched any of it. And it's something that obviously I haven't watched for a good couple of years. But once I get the time and stuff, then, you know, starting Game of Thrones again will be something I'd like to do. But when the season 7 and 8 came out, I rewatched the series on streaming. So I've watched it quite recently, of course. So I kind of watched it and then decided to buy it. So yeah, but it's still a nice piece in my room. I like it, you know, on the shelf up there. I've got Funkos around there and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, there was a band I went across, but I cut that and just left this on the side. So yeah, I kind of made this work in terms of keeping the J card, but able to then pull the steelbooks out rather than be restricted. So that's why it looks maybe a bit different to some people's. The other one then is another steelbook, and again, this is a special place in my heart because this is something that I decided to import for the first time, and I like the design as well. This is arguably the best design steelbook that the Batman movie released. I think the UK had a really slim pickings, in my opinion, and I decided to import this from Amazon Italy. And again, it was my first import, so do you know what I mean? It was the thing. So I really like when I look at this steelbook and think about it. It's just a really nice release. Of course, with the Riddler on the back there, Batman on the front there with a car. Just sick. I think it's the best steelbook that you can get for the Batman, in my opinion. So that's that one. And then the final one then, of course, I had to include the Star Wars Skywalker Saga set. This was, again, a purchase I did before the channel when Star Wars came out on 4K for the first time. I wasn't doing movies with James then. But this set comes with this like box thing inside, if you've never seen it. You pull this up and then you get this little booklet as well. So you get the box and then, of course, this book, which completely opens out. And I mean, the art just speaks for itself. It's just, for any Star Wars fan, to be able to watch these films and see the artworks before, I think are just phenomenal. Obviously, Ralph McQuarrie one's there. The Falcon, Empire. It's just, as a big Star Wars fan, you know, it's just massive. And it's got all 9 films in there. And it's just a nice set. It's just, again, it's surrounded by Funko Pops over there, similar to Game of Thrones. And something I often just look across the room at and think, yeah, you're a nice piece in the collection, you know. And it also came with a letter from Mark Hamill, which I have framed in the frame over there.
Yes, James, thank you so much for jumping on and joining me in this brand new series here on the channel. If anyone watching has not ever seen Movies with James before, I will leave a link down below, so go and check his channel out and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Speaking of subscribing, if you've not subscribed to my channel, you will see a QR code. If you're watching on the TV, just scan that and you will subscribe. So yeah, happy days. Hopefully you've enjoyed this new series. I'm very much looking forward to filming more episodes with some other guests as well, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in another video very soon.